Well, hello and welcome to Stephanie's Movie Reviews. I am your host, Stephanie Thompson. I'm a classically trained singer-songwriter, member of the Screen Actors Guild and AFTRA, a vocal coach and actor myself. And in this show, we review 4 categories of films: action, family, drama, and comedy. And I want to say Happy New Year to everyone. I didn't get a chance to wish you a Merry Christmas in the last show, but I want to say that I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. And I want to say Happy New Year to you now. And this is going to be the start of a great new year. And I'm really excited. There's a lot of wonderful changes going on at WCOBM, a lot of changes going on at akexpertstv.com, which are going to be very exciting. And I have a special guest with me today, Mr. Adnan Khawaja.
Hello, everybody.
And I'm so glad to have him here. And he's one of our sponsors, actually, SkyVistaConsulting.com.
Mm-hmm.
And we're so grateful to have him. He's a whiz at social media, and he helps us so much tremendously with our website and everything, and our social media and everything like that.
Absolutely. I'm just pleasure to be here.
And it's just wonderful to have you. And now I got him watching movies. So.
Well, I've always been a movie buff. Ever since I was a kid, I've been watching movies continuously. So when you told me about this opportunity, I was like, hey, that's kind of a cool thing. I'm on Netflix, like binge watching sometimes, and Hulu.
Yep.
And so there's a lot of online medias out there so movies is one of my passions.
When I first got Netflix, I was like in awe. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in movie heaven, because it's just like movies for as far as the eye can see,
Absolutely.
It's just like fantastic.
And I'll share a real funny story. We went maybe a few years back, my wife and I went on a vacation. We were suffering from jet lag, so the moment we came back from our vacation, we literally went on a binge watch because of Netflix, and that was Walking Dead. That's the first time I watched Walking Dead. And we watched the whole episodes, literally the whole season in one watch. So quite exciting.
It is. So, today we're talking about movies, but I wanted to add something extra onto the show. And I wanted to talk about some of these celebrities that are actors in our movies and about their lives. And actually, kind of interestingly enough, we had some kind of big celebrity news over the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
On December 27th, 2016, we lost a great actress and writer, Carrie Fisher. And then the very next day, December 28th, 2016, we lost her mother, Debbie Reynolds,
mm-hmm.
who was a great actress and humanitarian and singer. And, I felt a special connection with these two ladies because, well, first of all, Star Wars. Who doesn't love Star Wars?
Absolutely.
And Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher and Princess Leia. And then Debbie Fisher, I grew up, that wasn't my era, but my mom sat me down in front of her movies and watched her movies, and she was one of the influences for me as a singer. I really enjoyed her work, and she had a huge body of work, worked at MGM for many, many years.
Absolutely.
And she just was a tremendous, tremendous influence. And, I really wish, the families, I am so sorry for your loss. And, heaven has just gotten a lot brighter up there with the loss of these two women. But anyway, on to what we are going to talk about this segment. And just remember that if you are watching social media, you can go to akexpertstv.com and watch all of our segments. And remember, there are 3 shows on there: World of Book Reviews with Judy Morio, Amy Kardashian and the Experts, and my show, Stephanie's Movie Reviews. So this is the action segment, and we watched Rogue One, a Star Wars story, which is an action film. And the category is action sci-fi. It was released December 16th. It was directed by Gareth Edwards, who also directed the 2014 Godzilla. It's PG-13 for sci-fi, violence, and action. It runs 2 hours and 13 minutes. It stars Felicity Jones, Diego Luna, Ben Mendelsohn, Donnie Yen, Alan Tudyk. Forrest Whitaker has a part, and Jimmy Smits plays a small part in it as well. And basically the synopsis is that Felicity Jones plays Jin, whose father is recruited by the Empire to build a weapon against the Rebel Alliance. And he secretly puts in a flaw in his plans as he's building the weapon. And Felicity Jones' character, Jen, has to go with some fellow rebels and find those secret plans and get them back to the head of the Rebel Alliance so they can stop it turns out to be the Death Star before it's too late, right?
Not to give too much away, but yes,
not to give
absolutely.
too much away. Well, it says that on the synopsis on Fandango, so I don't feel bad for saying the Death Star. So I don't give spoilers on this show, so I won't give any spoilers.
I have to make sure my mouth is zipped on the spoilers, so I'll make sure I don't say anything beyond.
Right. So, so I was interested. So I didn't really know I wasn't really sure what to expect from this film. But as I was watching it and I was kind of checking up, there were little parts that were hazy a little bit.
It was. And, considering all the Star Wars, including the one that recently got released with Star Wars Part 7.
Yes.
If I get all all them right.
Yes.
That put a whole new twist on things. And then when they announced Rogue One, I thought, hey, this is kind of a different twist to the whole series of Star Wars because, you kind of know what happens, but now what's the whole story behind it? There were interesting moments in the movie where when you're watching, you're like, okay, there's some gray area, like you said, but at the same token, somebody who understands Star Wars, they might be able to catch on. So for somebody, I have to admit on air, I'm a Star Trek guy.
Okay.
A lot of folks would probably frown me now. I'm sure Tweet probably is going to go off the hook. With Star Wars, I mean, it's a whole new dimension. And with Star Wars, with Rogue One, I thought there were things that even I had a hard time following. So for fans out there, I'm sure you probably have a lot more than I had insights on. But you're right, gray area for sure on a few scenes here and there.
Because you noticed, it did the fadeaways on different scenes, and you were like, wait, what just happened there?
Yes.
Okay, that was character. Like the Forrest Whitaker scenes, it was like, okay, so this character, he comes in out of the blue, and the father talks to him, I think, so we know that they're connected, or we know that someone's coming to rescue the girl, and he shows up, and then he disappears again, and then she's somewhere else. All of a sudden it skips ahead.
So I felt so his character Saw Gerrera in the whole movie, and I feel like his character was not well defined. And just because there were some important elements in the movie that obviously I'm sure there were reasons why they didn't give him enough of a role, but he played a crucial role to the whole bringing of Jin, who's the main character of the movie. But there were areas where between even the attack to Inadu, I thought that was sort of it went from one to the next thing, and I had a hard time at that point kind of following what's going on. But overall, the movie's well done in respect to kind of forming the plot. I understand it's Rogue One and it's like the prequel to everything. Because there are some things towards the end that without giving anything away that you're like, oh, aha, okay, this is why. And I think that sort of segues in nicely. But there were things in the movie which I thought was sort of slow. And it was, for those who have a short attention span, you might go, anyways. That was one of my comments behind it. But overall, I think the movie, for Star Wars fans all over, I think they did a well put together movie overall. And, in terms of, your recommendation, I don't know.
Well, it's not a standalone movie. You can't just see it if you're not a Star Wars fan.
Absolutely.
You'll be totally lost. But I actually gave this movie 4 popcorns. I thought it was very well done, but I thought it was a little hazy in places, and that's why I didn't give it a 5. I thought it could have been a little more coherent, a little more consistent. but I liked it a lot better than some of the other Star Wars that I've seen. So I thought it was good. So I enjoyed it. I didn't like the ending, but I won't give any spoilers. But I didn't like the ending. So anyway, on the next show, we're going to talk about a family film. Or the next segment, we're going to talk about family film. But on the next show, we're going to review the action film Underworld: Blood Wars. And maybe we'll get this guy back there on the show.
I'm a big vampire guy.
Thank you, Adnan, for coming on the show.
Absolutely. I'm
Appreciate you so
happy
much.
to do this and look forward to the next segment.
Yes, absolutely. And we'll be right back.